What's up guys, and welcome to today's video. I hope everybody is well. We got quite a lot of mobility work coming up in this video, something I'm going to do a little bit more of these days because, well, it's actually quite important, particularly for myself, who is quite a stiff individual, who is 30 years old and needs to really start investing into his health and well-being so I can continue to lift weights long into the future. And in addition to that, my squat is quite terrible. I just can't squat very well, and I want to be able to squat. I want to become more functional. So today we're going to be focusing on some mobility exercises which you can do to help improve your squat performance, your squat depth, and also to just reduce your risk of injury when doing a lot of compound movements. I'm going to be joined today with Adam, a coach who I've been working with over the past couple of weeks. This is the 10th session so far, so sit down, make notes, and hopefully you enjoy this video. What are we doing first?
So we're gonna try like a system. For example, if you're coming in here, you feel the tightness, so it's hard for you to perform any exercise like going down. Yeah, you're gonna end up here with the heels lifting up. Yeah? So that's why we're gonna apply the proper mobilization work to make you feel that you are comfortable in this position. Yeah, feeling much nicer. Yeah, whenever you would start stretching first thing first, yeah, coming and you, for example, perform the stretch, yeah, going through, you're gonna feel that this is not really nice feeling in here, especially on the hip flexor. Yeah, this is tight, and you don't feel like it's gonna bring you effect and it's only causing pain. But that's why we have a solution to do first the trigger point therapy, proper manipulation of the tissue to loosen up the tension, and then the muscle become more elastic and it's much easier to stretch without the pain. So for me, first thing first, I would go with the roller and work on that area in here on the hip flexor. So we're gonna place in here the roller and we're gonna roll, starting from here. So one is in here, one is this way, and working on those fascia here from that direction. Going movement, 1, 2, small short movements in that direction, and then we're gonna lift as well, like up, down. So that is gonna help us to improve the function, proper function of the muscle, and it's gonna increase our external rotation, hyperextension with the hip. There we go, moving 1, 2, 3, 4.
I always used to be not against foam rolling, but I never thought I thought it was a waste of time. Yeah, clearly I was wrong.
Then you can focus as well. There is other movement, going from one direction to other direction, in and up. So turning your body this way and in. 1, 2. So rolling, looking for that spot. We have hip flexor, so that front side, anterior side is mostly tense from too much sitting. If you're sitting for too long, plus we do a lot of global exercising like squatting, then not focusing on proper rehab, then we end up with overtension in the hip flexor and quads. So that's the first area what I would focus to work on to be able to improve the squatting. And then in here I'm gonna hold it, and then we're gonna lift the leg. 1, 2. You can also do it by yourself when you're in here. It's also very nice. It's a good workout to activate the glutes in the same time. When we have these nuts, they are like a nuts on the muscle. So imagine you're trying to pull this, stretch, stretch, stretch. You may broke the muscle connection, but you're not gonna raise the tension. That's why this one is like a muscle simulation first, to be able to take them off, especially by this trigger point therapy. Then to be able, the muscle become more elastic, they are gone, and then you are able to stretch nicely. Very often when we see that someone has a problem with this, going with the knees up, so it's going to valgus from here, bam. That means that we don't have proper, our glutes are not fully active, they are stiff in here, so we are not able to go in and control, because they are our main stabilizer of the hip as well. So if they are not active, they are not providing your stability for the knee, and then that kind of shaking is happening, which is very dangerous. Interesting fact about this one is that if you lose the tension, we solve the problem in here, in the hip, you are already providing nice support for the lower back. So because those small muscles running from the hip area, they have a connection in the lower back. So most common, if you have a problem with the lower back, it's just because this area is super tough and stiff. So by releasing the tension from the hip, we can bring the stability and help to the lower back, and help as well to our knees.
So as Adam said, you do want to spend a fair amount of time foam rolling to release a lot of tension within the muscle, get rid of some of the knots, and just basically make it more elastic so that you can go through a greater range of motion. So I recommend you spend time foam rolling the hips, the glutes, the quads, and the calves. And if a particular point feels extra nasty and painful, spend a little bit more time working on that area. And if you want to take it up to the next level, then you can use the ball and you can add a few other additional movements as well.
If you have a partner with you, you can ask him to hold your hips in here, and it will press a little bit, so create the force, not too strong, but enough force in here to be able to actually stimulate that area more, be more effective in that area. And holding, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So much easier when he does it for me.
So if yeah, if your partner is gonna, or trainer is gonna do it, it's much more effective, of course. But by yourself, you can do that. You holding here, holding, grab it. So you hold 1, 2, 3, and then open, and again, going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But remember, the neck is down, head is down. Don't forget that this is very important. If you're gonna keep stressing in here and you have already tension on your neck, that kind of things is gonna bring it go worse. I can feel that this upper traps terrible. And also you can add the rotation, to be able to go one direction, other direction, loosen up, and then go in. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So at the beginning, I recommend to just go with the movement and only to the limit, So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only to the limit, not fully, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, So bringing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, toes down, heel up, and going 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Flex, 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 and then extend. I can also work in here on the ankle mobility on the
God, that feels really good.
Going. That's it.
Why are you doing that?
When I'm doing this, pressing here, it's helping to loosen up the tension from the Achilles and to be able to improve the ankle mobility, because that restriction here, is not letting you to properly move with your foot.
I can't even describe what that feels like.
To dorsiflexion, to be able to do dorsiflexion with your foot, Without proper dorsiflexion, you're not gonna be able to squat. That's why it's this limitation of the movement.
So, if you don't have a partner, no one can really squeeze that Achilles.
This one is gonna be hard, challenging, but I will show you another things what you can do to be able to release this one. You remember we are doing a lot of things on the roller, So you can place your foot in here and work on that one with the ball or with the roller, with those lovely exercises to release it. Of course, this is more effective when someone is pressing in here, but you can really develop a lot of things by yourself as well. Yes, going. So you see that kind of mobilization, we're working extra. You see, loosening up the tension from the lower back, improving the hip function in here, losing out the tension from the hip, improving the knee in here by proper movement, and stretching the hamstring, and ankle mobility. So we have global mobilization here. So you see, this is very often used in yoga position, But if you have a big restriction in here with the hip flexor, you are not gonna be able to take any benefits of the stretching, It's gonna only cause you pain. And then extra, thanks to this one, we can add.
There's always a way to make it worse, always. Realistically, it's going to be almost impossible to do this particular stretch without a training partner using the band, but it's not the end of the world. The band will add a little bit more resistance, but it's not completely necessary. If you want to work on stretching your upper body whilst you're doing this movement and stretching the quad, I would also recommend trying to, well, you don't necessarily have to hold on to a palm tree, but trying to hold on to something behind you to really stretch out your shoulder and your pec.
So you see, we work globally in here to improve the shoulder range of motion, thoracic spine mobilization, hip, and improving knee function. So another thing with this, for example, in yoga they have static pose, only this position, static, and then they go to another pose, But our joint is we have a round capsule in here, so to be able to fully bring mobility, we need to create those movements. That is going to be much more efficient and effective, for us to go from many different directions, playing, working, staying in this position, going side to side, create the movement,
Jesus.
Okay, elbow to the ground and the shoulder up. Yeah, 1, 2, and then rotate all the way. Okay. That's a great variation to be able to also open up the shoulder, thoracic spine, and improve the hip mobility. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you have a really tightness in here, that pulling from here, from that side, is gonna help us to loosen up the hip properly. Yeah? If you find that you have impingement in a joint, you feel the pain, so that kind of mobilization, so closing and opening, will help you to remove it, yeah, with the band. And it's really, really effective if we talk about the squatting, yeah, that kind of technique. And then loosen up, go open, off, yeah. That is good as well practice to be able to perform split in the future, yeah. And again, but it's solving a lot of problems, yeah, especially it's helping us for the digestive system. That's interesting thing, that the kind of position is helping us to improve the digestive system. Open up the hips and lose the tension from the lower back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the exercise great to help you to strengthen and activate the glutes and hip rotators, yeah, and improve the deep squatting, yeah, and support, bring the support for the knees. Stability, yeah, for the knees, to prevent that kind of movement with the knee, yeah, when we squat. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can tell me how much I can pull for you. 2, 3. And yeah, and add the trunk rotation as well, side to side. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna take the shoulder here, that way, and in here, yeah, that way. Stretch. Okay. So one shoulder in and we go, yeah, working on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I was doing before, I was also looking for the trigger points to release it, yeah. More tension from the hip in here, yeah. So working at the same time in that area to be able to loosen up that tension from the hip, improve the total range of motion, yeah. And working as well on the lower back. Going 1, 2, 3, 4. Exactly, yeah. And then in, yes, good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. 4, and that is, this exercise is going to help us to improve the position while we're squatting, so then keeping us our torso, yeah, upper body, to keep our upper body in proper alignment, yeah, straight, to avoid something like this. Someone has a nice, maybe okay, has flexibility in the hip, but he's gonna undo this, yeah, that kind of thing. So you see down, yeah, so going with the upper body low, yeah, so
basically me.
Go, yeah, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So this is postural improvement, yeah, postural change exercise, yeah, going 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. There you go, low, holding, ah, yeah. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. Hold you as less as possible. Going. And up. Good. And again, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Extend. Yes, and up. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up. Yes, a big improvement today. Finally we have a squat. Going up, all the way. Perfect. Remember, straight your body totally. Yeah, so here, up, yeah, and straighten, straight. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Perfect.
So there you go, guys, a few or quite a lot of mobility routines which you can do to help try and improve your squat depth, improve your mobility, and to prevent potential injuries from occurring in the future. Now, my squat is still not great, there's a long way to go, but I'm really at the beginning of my mobility journey. There is still a long way to go, and it's something which I'm going to have to chip away at on almost a daily basis. Now, you don't have to spend like an hour to an hour and a half doing this, you know, every day, but just a couple times a week, whether it be 15 minutes, half an hour, it's completely up to you and how much free time you have. But so far I am seeing results and it is paying off. And the more time I dedicate to mobility and stretching, the quicker my results are going to be at the end of the day. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to find out more information and watch more videos on what Adam has to offer, check out his social media pages, his YouTube channel, his Instagram page, and I'll be doing a lot more videos with him in the future. So thanks for watching, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.